के बड़े खुलासे की जिसने इंजीनियर राशिद के पाक एजेंट से पैसे लेने की बात का खुलासा किया है और ये कांग्रेस के लिए सबसे बड़ी शर्मिंदगी का सबब बन गया है। हमारे खुलासे के बाद अब कांग्रेस जवाब तलाश रही है। इट्स अ मेगा टाइम्स नाउ इन्वेस्टिगेशन. योर चैनल हैज accessed documents that reveal a closely guarded Pak ISI plot to cultivate a high-level source in the Indian political establishment, especially in the strife-torn state of Kashmir. The documents expose how engineer Rashid has been on the payrolls of Pakistan and has also been instrumental in propping up Congress Rajya Sabha MP Ghulam Nabi Azad, who is also the leader of the opposition in the upper house. So the question now is, did Congress shield Pak agent Rashid?
Gilani Sahib has yesterday offered that let mainstream leaders come and join hands with the Hurriyat and even join the Hurriyat. I have said him that I am ready even if I have to sacrifice anything. What is harm when you can talk to Bodos in Assam? What is harm in talking to Sayyid Salahuddin?
This is Engineer Rashid, the MLA from Langate, a regular rabble-rouser, one who is an elected representative on paper, but a separatist at heart. Tonight, his true designs stand exposed.
The funds released for these activities are released by two Pakistani serving brigadiers, and their names are here in this NIA document. Funds deposited with influential businessman Zahur Watali, who is today under arrest and has been raided by the NIA. Zahur Watali now funnels the money through shell companies in Dubai. Money is pumped from shell companies into RAK Bank, UAE, and Rashid is paid by the ISI to push Pakistani agenda in Jammu and Kashmir. Now, Times Now's internal security editor, Nikunj Garg, has accessed these documents from a very high-level source. And these documents tell you the story of how Pakistan has invested, cultivated, and then used to push its agenda. Legislatively, ladies and gentlemen, through the State Assembly, this man is a deep source. And India's entire apparatus has been deeply compromised.
Various leaders of the Hurriyat conference have been named in that document, and most surprisingly and shockingly, one of the legislators of the Jammu and Kashmir Assembly, Engineer Rashid. It very clearly says that Mr. Rashid is funded by Zahur Watali. Zahur Watali, his incomes are unaccounted, undocumented. Very, very clearly it is the National Investigative Agency's case, which they have on multiple occasions produced in front of a magistrate, saying that these sums of monies that he has been receiving are not legitimate.
A man who has literally an all-access pass to critical information and also entry into critical security installations as an MLA, tonight has been exposed as the Trojan, a double agent.
It is coming from Pakistani agents serving brigadiers in the Pakistan army who are actually funneling this money via Zahur Watali, who on the guise of his construction businesses, etc., and shell companies, is funneling that money via Dubai into the RAK Bank in the UAE, from where this money is making its way into the various accounts held under his name by his organization. And thereafter, it is going across to 3 or 4 people, one of whom is on the phone line with us, the independent MLA from Langate, Engineer Rashid. Then you have Hilal Ahmed Mir and you have Javed Ahmed Mir. So you have these 3, Hilal Ahmed War, beg your pardon, and Javed Ahmed Mir.
Yeah.
All 3 of them who are receiving money from this Zahur Watali, who's made in the last decade or so 20 trips to Saudi Arabia, met multiple Pakistani agents, and he is the one who's funding it all.
Rashid Engineer outrightly denying the charges.
It is absolutely rubbish. I reject every of your claim, and I will just request through your channel to the people of India that for God's sake, it is an attempt to divert from the real issue, which is the political resolution of J&K issue.
The NIA is going to quiz him. But this man was instrumental in placing a senior Congress leader into the Rajya Sabha. So as we expose Pak agent Rashid, the nation wants to know if Congress shielded the Trojan within. Bureau Report, Times Now.
The challenge for India is jobs. Roughly 12 million young people, 12 million, enter the Indian job market every year. Nearly 90% of them have a high school education or less. India is a democratic country, and unlike China, it has to create jobs in a democratic environment. India does not have, and nor does it want, China's coercive instruments. We cannot follow their model of massive factories controlled by fear. Jobs in India are going to come instead from small and medium scale industry. India needs to turn colossal numbers of small and medium businesses into international companies. Violence and hatred distract people from the task at hand. Liberal journalists being shot, people being lynched because they are Dalits, Muslims killed on suspicion of eating beef. This is new in India and damages India very badly. Which removed 86% of cash from circulation overnight and was carried out unilaterally without asking the chief economic advisor, the cabinet, or even parliament, imposes a devastating cost on India. Currently, we are not producing enough jobs, which has raised its ugly head in India today. Violence and hatred distract people from the task at hand. Liberal journalists being shot, people being lynched because they are Dalits, Muslims killed on suspicion of eating beef. This is new in India and damages India very badly. The politics of hate divides and polarizes India, making millions of people feel that they have no future in their own country. In today's connected world, this is extremely dangerous. It isolates people and makes them vulnerable to radical ideas, hatred, anger, and violence, and the politics of polarization, which has raised its ugly head in India today. You know, it's quite a strange world. Because my grandmother absolutely loved Sikhs. And I remember in 1977, when my grandmother lost the election, the only people around in our house were Sikhs. And I absolutely love the community. That's just the truth. And if there is anything I can do to help them get justice, I'm the first person who will do it.
High Court has given nod to the AIADMK meet. Now, during the meet, key resolutions will be adopted, and Sasikala's removal from the party is also on the cards. Sasi's ousted from party soon. Now, that's the big question. Let's go across to Shabbir, who now joins us with more information on the same, and let's understand this big political development. Shabbir, is this does this mean more trouble for Sasikala, and could Sasikala's ouster be soon now from the party?
Well, it looks like Sasikala's ouster from the party is imminent. The General Council is being convened today. There was a lot of speculation whether this General Council will happen or not, because TTV Dinakaran's faction had approached the Madras High Court, and finally they have got a green signal. Edappadi Palaniswamy has convened this General Council meeting where more than 2,000 General Council members of the party will be here, and this is happening at the usual place where AIADMK's General Council has happened in the past when Jayalalitha was alive. So the biggest speculation at this point in time is what is the kind of resolutions that will be adopted in this General Council meeting. And what we do understand is that one thing is very clear: as far as Sasikala's ouster is concerned, that is on the cards, is what sources are telling us, and the invitation which has been sent to the General Council members clearly
reveal that, they are going to discuss about the situation that is prevailing in the party, the kind of politics, the internal feud within the AIADMK will be discussed in the party. And the media has so far not been allowed inside, but what we understand is that once the General Council resolutions are adopted, a copy of the resolution will be given to the media. Whether the resolution will have the word that they are going to remove Sasikala from the post of General Secretary remains to be seen, because there has been a stern warning from TTV Dinakaran yesterday. For the very first time, TTV Dinakaran has made it very clear that ahead of the General Council that this government has to go, and they are ready to ensure that this government falls. So that is the kind of situation in which...
But what options is the camp left with, the Sasikala camp?
Well, there are multiple options at this point in time. Whether the decisions that have been taken in this General Council, whether it has some kind of legal sanctity, the final word will be with the Madras High Court and the Election Commission, because the Madras High Court has clearly said whatever decisions are taken in this General Council meeting will be reviewed by the Madras High Court. So there is still hope for, TTV Dinakaran's faction, because if the Madras High Court says that whatever decisions have been adopted in this General Council meeting, the resolutions that have been adopted in the General Council meeting does not have any kind of legal sanctity or legal validity, then that becomes a huge a huge thing for TTV Dinakaran's faction, because this General Council will be meaningless. But at this point in time, to send across a message to the larger party workers, at the grassroots level, there seems to be some kind of move from EPS and OPS camp to try and adopt a resolution where they want to completely sideline VK Sasikala and her family members from the affairs of the party. The steering committee that has been formed, constituted by the AIADMK office bearers, will be taking a final call as far as the issues of the party is concerned. So that is the kind of situation that prevails. Still, it's not confirmed what are the kind of resolutions, what will be the wordings, whether there will be a wording or a resolution which will clearly sack VK Sasikala from the party. These are all matters of speculation still.
Let anybody who is having any doubts, let them ask me and I will answer them. It is absolutely false. It is purely just an attempt to stop me from speaking about real issues. I am the only legislator, perhaps, who has never ever visited Pakistan. I have taken oath under state constitution. I am helping my people day in and day out. It is absolutely rubbish, and they can't shut down my mouth by saying so. And if speaker or somebody else has anything to say about me, let them summon me and I will tell them everything.
But they have filed a report, sir. The fact still remains that it's a national investigation agency. They have filed a report, and you have been found guilty of taking money through ISI.
It is absolutely rubbish. I will again repeat you the same thing, that if anybody has to investigate something about me, they should call me, whosoever he is. So I have nothing beyond to say on that issue.
Haven't you been called till yet, sir?
No, why I should be called? And if somebody calls me, they are at liberty, whether it is state police, speaker of the assembly or somebody else. I don't have an issue. People can put me to questions anytime, anywhere.
So why do you think these allegations are coming up, sir?
You know, because of my politics, because I have been always advocating cause of the people, and I am the man who has made people to take oath in this constituency that we will never pelt stones. In 2010, when Radha Kumar Dalip Padgamtar visited my constituency, go and see in my constituency where and ask the concerned authorities that how Engineer Rashid is politically working, and I have never promoted people for violence. It is absolutely unfortunate, rubbish and stupid.
Do you think you are being framed because of the fact that you have been speaking off late in public life?
Sorry?
Do you think you have been framed for the fact that you have been off late, speaking in public life, taking up real issues that you are saying that are real? Do you think it's because of that that you are being named in such FIRs and such?
Absolutely. It is purely some political victimization, because they themselves don't reach out to the people, and if somebody tries to go and listen to the people, address their grievances, give them good governance, take up their political issues, it is part of the politics. I am not worried because of the fact that let anybody come investigate and know anything what they want to know. It is absurd. It is so rubbish. Zuhur Batali is a renowned businessman. I don't know what his connections are with New Delhi or with someone else. He has been meeting mainstream politicians, separatist politicians, and I have been meeting many businessmen besides him. He hails from Handwara. That is the only reason I know him. And what is wrong in that? So it is rubbish, and I have met him many times at his residence. But not only I, other politicians, even once we had a dinner when Umar Abdullah was there, others were there, and they were discussing some political options. So it is nothing wrong in that. He is not a militant, and if somebody says that he has done anything wrong, he is there in their custody, and let them ask him. So he is not, had he been a Hurriyat leader or had he been some underground done, then it would have been something wrong on my part. I have not been meeting only Zuhur Watali. I have been meeting many people. I have been meeting many businessmen, journalists, other people, religious leaders. So how does it make me culprit if I am meeting
Senior
somebody?
leader Ram Madhav has slammed Rahul Gandhi for accusing the BJP of ruining the state of Jammu and Kashmir. He blamed Rahul's great-grandfather Jawaharlal Nehru for the situation that the state of Jammu and Kashmir finds itself in.
Who can teach history to Rahul Gandhi? His great-grandfather was responsible for whatever mess that we find Kashmir today in. He should first of all know that. It is his government which was in power in the last so many years in that state. Either they had their chief minister or they were supporting another chief minister. So much of violence has happened in 2008. More than 100 people have died in 2010. Rahul Gandhi neither reads nor knows, pretends he knows everything. We, PDP and BJP, together are trying to clean up the mess created right from Jawaharlal Nehru down the line by successive Congress governments in Jammu and Kashmir.
That dynasts and dynasty is the very fulcrum of India in itself is an anomaly. For today, the Honorable Prime Minister, born in a village in Gujarat to a poor family, is the Prime Minister after receiving resounding support from the people of our country. The President, born in a marginalized community family, today has risen the ranks on his own merit. The Vice President, born in the family of a farmer, after years of activism, is being blessed with the opportunity of leading the nation as the Vice President. These three dignitaries at the highest constitutional positions in our country are in themselves an indication that Indian democracy thrives and gives an opportunity to merit and is not beholden to dynasty. Every issue of politics, social or economic, in the next session of Parliament, or for that even not the next session of Parliament, why doesn't he come out and do a public debate with lesser mortals, let's say like me or Anil Baluni or anybody, without a handwritten script or a speech? We'll talk about every issue that he deems fit, here or internationally.
An angry parent staged a protest at Ryan School in Sanpada. They presented a memorandum of demands regarding safety and security of their wards in school premises. We go across to Vaishnavi for more details. Increasing pressure on the Ryan International School and the entire list of franchisees, whether or not they've been following and adhering to the guidelines that they have promised to follow when they receive the certification from the various boards. Now, the CBSE already going to look into the aspects of whether or not the safety norms and the security guidelines were followed. And there is increasing pressure. One of the top owners, one of the owners of this entire franchise is currently being quizzed by the Haryana police. Vaishnavi now joins us with more details, and these are visuals coming in from Sanpada where parents are protesting because they are all concerned about the safety of their wards. Vaishnavi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Tell us what's happening at Sanpada.
Well, that's right. In Navi Mumbai, the Ryan International School at Sanpada, where parents actually gave out the entire school. They went inside and met the principal and demanded that all measures are being taken for the safety and security of their wards inside the school premises. They demanded that CCTV footage, CCTV cameras must be put, and all these CCTV cameras must be functional. And there were many such demands that they actually raised with the principal and the management. But this is not just one case, but we've also seen parents coming in here in the Ryan headquarters as well, which is located in Kandivali in Mumbai, and where the Ryan International School functions, and that's where in fact the Haryana police at this point of time is also inside. But in the morning, parents had come in this school as well and demanded that the safety and security of the children is going to be taken care by the management. They demanded the CCTV footage, CCTV cameras must be functioning. They demanded that there must be a lady conductor in the school bus, because at this point of time there is no safety inside the school bus as well while the children are traveling. They also demanded at the same time that there must be a lady who must be placed in every washroom, in every toilet of the school. So all these demands, of course, have been put forth by the parents, to which the management and the principal of the Ryan International School in Kandivli at least has said that they need 15 days time. Meanwhile, in Sanpara as well, similar scenes were seen.
Update on this, we are now saying that several of Karan's friends have deposed against Rishi Shah, under whom Karan used to work. So
well,
is this
Afrida,
a case
remember
of
when this
suicide
did take place, it was reported as an accidental death. An ADR had been filed. But yesterday, after Karan Joseph's father, Thomas Joseph, had given a written complaint at the Bandra police station, well, that's right. You know, they've in fact submitted a 6-page copy to the Bandra police here. And one of the main points, if I have to just read out to you, it says that we believe that Rishi Shah has been instrumental in creating circumstances and an environment that caused the incident. We also believe that he is guilty of various provisions under the NDPS Act and also the Information Technology Act, which offences ought to be investigated by the police station. Remember, first it was an ADR that had been filed, but right now, yesterday, after a complaint was given, an FIR had been found, the exclusive copy, which is now with Times Now, saying that the charges of abetment to suicide has been filed against unknown persons. But his friends on his other part just some time back gave a 6-page letter along with certain documents that they believe that could track the case further, blaming Rishi Shah. Who is Rishi Shah? Well, he was someone who had got into a contract, we believe, with Karan Joseph. It is also from whose building Karan Joseph had committed suicide and where he was believed to be staying for the last few days. In fact, Rishi Shah will now be has been called at 3:30 p.m. here at the Bandra police station. His statement had been earlier taken, but right now he will be questioned again. And right now suspicion is mounting extremely high over him, considering that he was the closest to Karan Joseph. It was in his proximity that the incident happened. In fact, it is, just a few seconds before he could jump off from the 12th floor of his building. It is Rishi Shah himself who had seen him while his partner was also around. So right now, 7 statements have been taken, including that of Rishi Shah. But once again, he has been called here for questioning, and the friends believe that he should be booked under NDPS Act. And certain messages that Karan Joseph had sent to Times Now, he had sent to his friends, which are in possession of Times Now, where he's saying that he's being beaten up. Who we do not know at this point in time. He's also saying that he's scared again as to what are the...
all those messages will be perhaps scrutinized, and as you're telling us, even as we speak, Rishi Shah is being questioned. Harman will bring us more details on that. Many thanks for now. In news that we are breaking to you, politics continues over Gauri Lankesh's death. Prashant Bhushan is in fact addressing a gathering. He addressed a gathering short while ago, we are told, in Bangalore at a rally for resistance event. Let me in fact try and get in Deepak Bopanna, who joins us from Bangalore for more on this. Yes, Deepak, what can you tell us? What is the rally all about? And Prashant Bhushan, I believe, has landed up there in Bangalore to also rally for a cause. What exactly is his take at the moment?
Well, yeah, several political leaders, of course, including Prashant Bhushan, Sitaram Yechuri and several other speakers have here gathered. You can see, of course, now on the dais as well, each of them are being given 3 minutes to speak, and most of the people here who have gathered, they're calling themselves as the rally for resistance, and this is the forum against the assassination of Gauri Lankesh. But what's happening here is that they are speaking out against the death of Gauri Lankesh, and moreover, they're speaking out against the RSS, they're speaking against the ideology the RSS believes in, and what they're saying here is that though there is no conclusion that has been reached by the police about the killers of Gauri Lankesh, they believe that the people who are celebrating here are people from the RSS, and they here believe that this is something that should be eradicated from the country, and that's the belief here among most of the speakers who've been speaking on stage up until now.
देखिए, जो हमें उससे पूछताछ करनी थी वो हमारी पूछताछ पूरी हो चुकी है। हमने 3 दिन का पुलिस रिमांड लिया था, वो पूरा हो चुका है।
इन्वेस्टिगेशन में क्या बताया अशोक ने?
ऐसा इन्वेस्टिगेशन जो है वो हमें जो जरूरत थी वो उसने बताया है और हमें जो है वो संतुष्टि हो चुकी है।
क्या पहले भी उसने किसी बच्चों के साथ इस तरह की कोशिश की थी या क्या अभी तक ये सामने आया जांच में?
अभी तक ऐसा कुछ नहीं आया जो हमने रिमांड के दौरान।
सर मर्डर के अंदर जो अशोक साहब से पूछता था, क्या किसी और का हाथ भी लग रहा है अशोक के अलावा अभी तक?
नहीं, ये क्लियर हो चुका है कि इसमें अशोक ही है और अशोक ने ही मर्डर किया।
क्या सीसीटीवी फुटेज के अंदर कोई और शख्स भी दिख रहा है जो अशोक के अलावा टॉयलेट के अंदर गया हो या उस तरफ जा रहा हो?
नहीं, ऐसा कोई मेरे नोटिस में नहीं।
सर क्या क्या एविडेंस आपको मिले हैं? चार्जशीट होगी शनिवार को, उसके लिए आपने
ऐसा है वो चार्जशीट में बता दिया जाएगा और चार्जशीट में
सीसीटीवी कितने रिकवर हुए
ऐसे क्या
वर्किंग से सर अंदर से या पूरे प्रेमाइसेस में सर?
वो अलग से जो है अपनी एसीपी मैडम है वो अलग से जांच कर रही है।
ऐसे क्या कॉन्क्रीट एविडेंसेस थे आपके पास?
प्रिंसिपल से पूछताछ हो रही है कंटिन्यूसली?
मेरे नोटिस में नहीं है प्रिंसिपल की, वो मैडम जो है एसीपी ताना।
And in more breaking developments, Pakistan's Punjab government has told the Lahore High Court that releasing terrorist Hafiz Saeed from house arrest will lead to unrest in the area. The ministry stated this in a written reply submitted before the court during the hearing of an appeal for the release of the terror mastermind. Wajiullah, my colleague, is on the phone line with more details. Yes, Wajiullah.
Yes, it seems like Pakistan is trying everything in their book to make sure that Hafiz Saeed continues to remain inside house arrest. Well, this is the latest written reply by the Punjab Home Minister, where it has stated that there will, if Hafiz Saeed is let out, then there would be a lot of chaos in the country. Then we also need to know that after the ATA, Anti-Terrorist Act on Hafiz Saeed, the Pakistan government has also added another act of maintenance of public order. So there seems to be a continuous pressure being built up over Hafiz Saeed by the Pakistan government, and they're trying everything they can to make sure that he continues to remain in house arrest.
Right, Mohammad Wajiullah, thank you for those details.
Times now has accessed the details of the post-mortem report of Pradyumna, who was murdered in Gurugram's Ryan International School. The report details that the 7-year-old's neck was cut by knife and the fact that he was not sexually assaulted. That's the information coming in as far as the post-mortem report of 7-year-old Pradyumna is concerned. Let's go across to my colleague Priyank, who joins us for more on the story. Priyank, how does this really fit in with the kind of narrative that the police, that the school authorities and the parents have been trying to tell us about?
See, Madam, this post-mortem report will be a part of the charge sheet which will be submitted by the Haryana police on Saturday at the Suana court. But the post-mortem report is once again hinting out at the brutal murder of the 7-year-old Pradyumna, who wanted to go to the washroom, but much before that, his neck was slit. There are two veins, particular veins, which were cut apart from the vocal cord, which has been cut during this particular assault by the accused. After which he could not shout. That's why the people who were in the vicinity did not even know that what exactly has happened. And because of the excessive blood loss, this death has happened. One more specific point which the postmortem report is also indicating is about no sexual assault, because according to the police statement also, that was an attempt of sexual assault. The accused could not succeed. That's why he killed the 7-year-old boy. And these details have once again come up in the post-mortem report, which has been handed over to the police by the civil hospital of Gurugram.
The eventuality one can expect. And of course, within the OPS and EPS, that is, they have come together. Now that of course, till now, they were having the Sasikala family or the Dinakaran factor as one thing which has been binding them together. So what will bind them hereafter? Okay, so that is going to be
so there is no common enemy now.
Common enemy now. The common enemy officially removed.